Good evening, Palmac families. Children's songwriter Lori Berkner wrote, "Mahalo for the air I breathe, mahalo for my dad and my mom, my sisters and my brothers and my good friends, mahalo for sharing my song." You know, there's so much for which we have to be thankful right now. Too many things for me to recount, but family and friends certainly are at the top. When the going gets rough, or moments are tense in our efforts of social distancing, let's remember, breathe into moments of gratitude. Most importantly, I want to say thank you. Mahalo, Palmac, for staying connected and continuing to learn. Following a trip to a national theme park, one angry woman complained that the sun was so hot it melted her ice cream. An air traveler voiced his disapproval of all the clouds in the sky, saying they ruined his children's game of I Spy. Like the woman at the theme park and the father on the airplane who lost sight of their circumstances, we can also be tempted to lose sight. We are tempted to fill our spaces in this time with complaints. When we find ourselves complaining, it can lay open some pretty hard realities. The very act of grumbling reveals our own character. Like when you recently went to the grocery store and there were 10 brands of detergent available, but the one you preferred was discontinued. Maybe a reason to make a fuss. And now there's the reality that some essentials like toilet paper and hand sanitizer, they are limited. They're not available at all. Complaints and grumbling rob us of joy. In our community, there are so many different family situations. We're all experiencing the loss of school, the loss of structure, the loss of social connections. Social distancing and homebound restrictions are so hard for everyone. In this, we must remember that some are experiencing the loss of jobs, the loss of their savings, or the loss of a loved one. Right now, find joy. Over the last 2 weeks, many students and families engaged in connections through Seesaw or Schoology. In addition to being the platforms we're using for primary communication, they're going to also be used for remote learning in the coming weeks. Efforts have been made to ensure every student now has access to a personal or school-issued device. A continued focus is to make certain every home has connectivity. There is communication from every teacher posted within these platforms. Please check for the connections being made by teachers. In the coming days, every Palmac student will be receiving a letter from Palmac. It will come to you by U.S. mail. The letter expresses our next steps in learning together as a school district. In addition, there will be communications from building principals and faculty members. Please engage with Seesaw and Schoology. If you're in need of technical support or access to a device, send an email to techhelp@palmaccsd.org. Also continue to visit the school district website for COVID-19 related information and resources. Again, on behalf of the Board of Education and the entire staff of the Palmyra-Macedon Central School District, thank you for all you are doing to support our community of learning. Good night, stars. Good night, air. Good night, noises everywhere. Good night, Palmac. You are loved.